what better thing to do on a Saturday that's rainy than make biscotti? But not your grandma's biscotti. I can't believe I'm saying this. They're paleo biscotti, but they're my favorite. I love them. They're made with almond flour. So they're from this book. And you start with the cookie sheet, and you do your best to put a nice piece of parchment on, and you heat your oven up to 350. Then we start with 2 cups of almond flour. You go 1, and so 2 cups of super fine almond flour, the blanched, but if it's not blanched, it's fine. I've done that too. Okay, so we have 2 cups of that. Then we have 1/3 of a cup of arrowroot flour that we add to it. If you don't have arrowroot, you could substitute something else. It's just really to make it firm, maybe like tapioca starch. I have this stuff because I do lots of gluten-free baking, but I mean, you could even try like oatmeal flour or something. Okay, a teaspoon of salt. Then we do okay, that's all that goes in there. Oh no, sorry. And then 2 teaspoons of baking powder right in there. So just to repeat, we've got 2 cups of almond flour, 1/3 of a cup of arrowroot flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And we are just gonna wire whisk that, okay? Then, in a smaller bowl, we are doing 1 egg yolk. Okay. We are doing a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Looks about good to me, maybe a little bit more. And 1/3 of a cup of maple syrup. And I love this recipe because it doesn't have extra fat. I mean, you are using almonds, so you've got that. And then the sweetener is maple syrup, which I love. Okay, so you mix that up. And you add all those wets, you know, wire whisk it, make sure you get every bit of goodness out of there. And then you incorporate it into the dry, right? So we're just gonna mix this till it's all incorporated. Then we are going to take a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. We are going to add the 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. I really never measure the chocolate chips. Let's say, oh, it's like a 1/2 cup. Perfect, right? Okay, and then we incorporate the chocolate chips, and then you want to add a tablespoon of the arrowroot just to firm up the flour. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna add that, give it a nice little mix. And you could also, if you prefer to use an electric mixer, of course you can do that as well. I don't know why, I just love mixing things by hand. Okay, then you're gonna take your cookie sheet, just make some room. All right, and we are going to kind of just put it in the center of your cookie sheet like that. Then what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of the arrowroot flour and put it on my hands so that I can really work with the dough, because it is a little bit sticky, and this just helps it so that it doesn't stick. And you are basically going to just form the dough with your hands. Like, you just kind of want to do that. And then we are going to bake it for let's see, we bake it at 350 for 15 minutes, okay? Then, after 15 minutes, you take it out and you cut them like this, okay? Cut them like this. Then you put it back in the oven for another 15 minutes at 350. Then you lower the oven to 250 degrees for another 10 minutes, which brings the total cooking time to 15, 15, 10, 40 minutes. 15 minutes, 350, take it out, slice it up. Be very gentle, and all you're gonna do is when you slice, you just push them apart. Back in at 350 for 15 minutes, and then just lower the oven to 250 for 10 minutes. And there you go. Biscotti, my friend, in a pinch, and oh my my God, they're in sorry. In food and friendship, know that you are loved.